Hi everyone, welcome back to Wilde Reads. My name is Dave and welcome back to the second edition this month of 6 books to look out for in February. So we'll just call this one 6 More Books. Roll the titles. Hi everyone, welcome back. As I said in the introduction, this is the second time this month that I've come back to you with 6 more books to look out for in February. I had a couple of emails that said, we love the new series, but you've only picked hardbacks, which is true. I did only pick hardbacks, original new titles to come out in hardback. So for this video, I'm going to highlight some paperbacks, which are more budget friendly, more friendly on the wallet. However, I do have a confession to make. In the last 6 new books to look out for in February, I did miss out a crucial title because I just didn't see it. It was lurking down at the bottom of the page and I completely missed it out. So I would like to correct that now. So this one is in hardback, but the others are going to be paperbacks. Now, the book I missed out was a book by Jane Harper. This is called Force of Nature, and it will appeal to those people that read Jane Harper's The Dry. So here we go. So Force of Nature, Jane Harper, published by Little Brown, out on the 8th of February. From the inside flap, 5 women reluctantly pick up their backpacks and start walking along the muddy track. Only 4 come out the other side. The hike through the rugged landscape is meant to take the office colleagues out of their air-conditioned comfort zone and teach resilience and team building. At least that is what the corporate retreat website advertises. Police officer Aaron Falk has a particularly keen interest in the whereabouts of the missing Walker. Alice Russell is the whistleblower in his latest case, and Alice knew secrets about the company she worked for and the people she worked with. Far from encouraging teamwork, the women tell Falk a tale of suspicion, violence and disintegrating trust. And as he delves into the disappearance, it seems some dangers may run far deeper than anyone knew. I think this is going to sell in its thousands. Jane Harper's The Dry was a very popular book. This is the new one, Jane Harper, Force of Nature, out from Little Brown, 8th of February. Right, okay, on with the paperbacks. And I do hope these will be of some interest to you. So, the first one we've got, Amanda Craig, The Lie of the Land. This is published by Abacus and it's out on the 1st of February. Quentin and Lottie Bredin, like many modern couples, can't afford to divorce. Having lost their jobs in the recession, they can't afford to go on living in London. Instead, they must downsize and move their 3 children to a house in a remote part of Devon. Arrogant and adulterous, Quentin can't understand why Lottie is so angry, devastated and humiliated. Lottie feels herself to have been intolerably wounded. Mud, mice and quarrels are one thing, but why is their rent so low? What is the mystery surrounding their unappealing new home? The beauty of the landscape is ravishing, yet it conceals a dark side involving poverty, revenge, abuse and violence which will rise up to threaten them. Sally Verity, happily married but unhappily childless, knows a different side to country life. As both a health visitor and a sheep's farmer's wife, and when Lottie's innocent teenage son Zan gets a 0 hours contract at a local pie factory, he sees yet another. At the end of the year, the lives of all will be changed forever. Part black comedy, part psychological suspense, this is rich, compassionate and enthralling novel and its depiction of the English countryside and the potentially lethal interplay between money and marriage. So that's The Lie of the Land by Amanda Craig, out on the 1st of February and published by Little Brown. The second book I've got for you on the list is Idaho by Emily Ruskovich. This is published by Vintage and it will be published on the 8th of February. Opening with an act of inexplicable violence, Idaho is a stunning debut about loss, grief and redemption. One hot August day, a family drives to a mountain clearing to collect birchwood. Jenny, the mother, is in charge of lopping any small limbs off the logs with a hatchet. Wade, the father, does the stacking. The 2 daughters, June and May, aged 9 and 6, drink lemonade, swat away horseflies, bicker, sing snatches of songs as they while away the time. But then something unimaginably shocking happens, an act so extreme it will scatter the family in every direction. In a story told from multiple perspectives and in razor-sharp prose, we learn more about this act and the way its violence, love and memory reverberate through the life of every character in Idaho. That seems a really, really good book. So that's Idaho by Emily Ruskovich, published by Vintage and out on the 8th of February. The second book is a book by Stella Duffy. This is called The Hidden Room. This is published by Little Brown, and it's a gripping psychological suspense novel from CWA Dagger Award-winning Stella Duffy. Life is too good for Laurie and Martha. They have 3 great kids, a much-loved home in the countryside, and after years of struggle, Laurie's career as an architect is taken off at last. Everything is perfect, except it isn't. Someone is about to walk into their unhappy family and tear it apart. Laurie has been hiding from him for years. The question is, now he's found her, can she keep her family safe? And just how far will she go to protect them? That's just enough of a blurb to sort of pique my interest. So I'm certainly going to be checking out The Hidden Room by Stella Duffy, published by Little Brown, and also out on the 8th of February. The next couple of books I've got for you are from, you may remember, from last year's Booker long list and then shortlist. So the first one is History of Wolves by Emily Friedland. This is published in paperback on the 22nd of February. Linda has an idiosyncratic home life. Her parents live in abandoned commune cabins in northern Minnesota and are hanging on to the last vestiges of a faded counterculture world. The kids at school call her freak or commie. She is an outsider in all things. Her understanding of the world comes from her observations at school, where her teacher is accused of possessing child pornography, and from watching the seemingly ordinary life of a family she babysits for. Yet while the accusation against the teacher is perhaps more innocent than it seems at first, the ordinary family turns out to be more complicated. As Linda insinuates her way into the family's orbit, she realises they are hiding something. If she tells the truth, she will lose the normal family life she is beginning to enjoy with them. If she doesn't, a life is at stake. Superbly paced and beautifully written, History of Wolves is an extraordinary debut novel about the lengths a person will go to find the life they desire. So that's History of Wolves, shortlisted for the 2017 Booker Prize, published in paperback by W&N and out on the 22nd of February. Also to be published in paperback this February is Exit West by Mohsin Hamid, also featured on last year's Booker list. This is published by Penguin. It's out on the 8th of February. It's an extraordinary story of love and hope from the best-selling Man Booker shortlisted author of The Reluctant Fundamentalist. This is Nadia. She is fiercely independent with an excellent sense of humour and a love of smoking alone on her balcony at night. This is Saeed. He is sweet and shy and kind to strangers. He also has a balcony, but he uses his for stargazing. This is their story, a love story, but it's also a story about how we live and how we might live tomorrow. Saeed and Nadia are falling in love and their city is falling apart. Here is a world in crisis, 2 human beings travelling through it. Exit West is a heartfelt and radical act of hope, a novel to restore your faith in humanity and in the power of imagination. And the last book I have for you in this 6 more books for February is one for those fans of historical fiction. This is the new book from Philippa Gregory. It's called The Last Tudor. It's published by Simon & Schuster. It is out on the 8th of February. Jane Grey was the Queen of England for 9 days. Using her position as a cousin to the deceased king, her father and his conspirators put her on the throne ahead of the king's half-sister Mary, who quickly mustered an army, claimed her crown and locked Jane in the Tower. When Jane refused to betray her Protestant faith, Mary sent her to the executioner's block. There Mary turned her father's greedy failed grab for power into her own brave and tragic martyrdom. Now I know I've never read any Philippa Gregory before, but I know she is immensely popular. If I should be checking out Philippa Gregory, because I know she's written quite a few other books, so what is the best book to start with if I wanted to check out some Philippa Gregory? Please let me know down in the comments below. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to check out any further details about those books, there are links to read more about them and buy them in the description box. Sadly, that's all I've got for you today. They are the 6 more books to be looking out for in February. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back on Wednesday with another BookTube video. So until then, whatever you're doing this week, enjoy your books, and I will see you back here on Wednesday for another BookTube video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.